Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Tie with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in, remember this is for edutainment only and not to be considered as financial advice. And it's been a minute since I took some time off to brush up on some knowledge and skills, and I'm excited to be back with you and share some goodies. So let's dig in and take a look at Bitcoin. Make sure I get my mouse highlighter on and make sure I'm recording audio and all that stuff. It's like I said, it's been a minute, so some habits may have gone to the wayside. So let's see what happens. So here we have Bitcoin on the monthly chart. And why am I using the monthly chart? Because I want to show you some stuff. I want to show you some stuff that's happened in all the way back to 2020, 2021, etc. So, and you will have questions after this video. Some of you have already asked about them in my Twitter. And so I will make separate videos for each one of these. But in the meantime, I'll just temporarily mention what some of these items are, and I'll go into them later on in more detail. So here's the monthly chart going back to roughly April 2020. You can see that down here. And this is where we are right now, June, the month of June 2022. So Bitcoin is currently at 20,700, roughly 20,800. And it's been moving up slightly. And in the next few videos, I'll go into the weekly and potentially hourly and daily charts. But for now, we're just going to stick with the monthly chart just to get the foundation laid out. So this is where Bitcoin is at right now. And let's take a look at this chart and see a couple items. So back in 2020, April here, we have the move up here, gradual move up, and then the really explosive growth here between October of 2020 and March of 2021. And March, as you remember, was when COVID hit, and so a lot of people stayed at home and had an opportunity to trade. Anyways, I'm losing track here. But anyways, so we had explosive growth here. Went up as high as roughly, we can see here, 61 on this candle, 61,700 roughly. And on this candle, which put in the all-time high, we had roughly, I can't see. This is around 64,500 up here. And so it put in an all-time high, then it went down, and then had a correction, went down as low on this candle here, as low as $29,247. This candle here went as low as $29,313. So almost equal, almost relative equal highs here. And then it went up again, and then it dropped, and then went slightly up, and then dropped back down again. And this month's candle here, as you can see here, is mainly from the liquidations, 3AC, and you got Voyager and all that stuff, all that mess. High leverage liquidations using customers' money and all that stuff. So, but let's go back and look at what happened to price. So we're talking about price action here. So here I put in the fixed volume. What's it called? The fixed volume profile. It's on TradingView. If you want to use it, it's called fixed volume profile. And I put it in here, and basically I stretched it out to from April 2020 all the way out to April of 2021. So about a year's worth, 12 candles here. And I wanted to find out where did the most volume occur. And you can see it's right here, right in this line here. You see that spike out? This histogram, it popped out the most here. So that's called the naked point of control. Naked point of control just means that it's the highest volume within that range, within that price, these price levels. So this is where the most accumulation occurred from buyers, or at this level it's more big money, you know. So big money acquired the most here. Most buyers enter here. So that's going to become a very strong support level in the future. And you can see, and this level right here, if we take a look at here, we're looking at roughly between $8,900 and $11,200. And the middle part there, a middle point there would be around 10K. And what's interesting about that is, I want to connect that back to the current heat map for you. To give you some context. Guess what? Here's 10K. 10K is a pretty big buy wall right here. So the buyers are going to defend that level. So buyers can defend that level, but we're not there yet. We're currently up here. Okay. So just keep that in mind. The next high volume level is right around this area right here. And I put that in as the point of control. Point of control just means a large volume price traded level. Unlike the naked point of control, which is the highest volume traded level at that price range. This is just another decent high level. So right here, this one right here is between roughly 20,900, make it 21,000, and you're looking at 16,000. Guess what? That is the second largest price level where we had high volume for this movement up here. And price has a long memory, even though it's been several years. So right here, buyers that went in here, they're gonna want to defend that level. And guess what? They're defending that level. Look at this. It went down, wick all the way down to here, right into that area. That level was defended. Okay? So that's important. Another thing that we want to also notice here is the fair value gap. Fair value gap just means, for example, in this situation here, we had a fair value gap. Price was moving up really fast. Buyers were really strong. So right in this candle here, between this top of the wick here and the bottom wick of this wick for this candle, you measure those two for this candle, and you have a fair value gap. And that is, and fair value gap, to my knowledge, is a concept put out by ITC a while back. And it just means that right here, buyers were moving up so fast that sellers didn't get a chance to get their positions in. And when that happens, price tends to fall back into this fair value gap areas and fill them. Not always fully, but sometimes partially. So here, this gap has been there for, goodness, this was back in December of 2020. Only recently did Bitcoin drop back to fill in that gap. Here, it wicked down, didn't fill it completely. This came down and filled it completely. So that's why fair value gap is really important. Here, sellers got a chance to sell. Whereas here, they didn't have that chance because price was moving up so fast. So the fair value gap here was filled. But notice down below, right in this area here, we have another fair value gap. Here's the top of this candle right here. Here's the top of the wick. And the bottom wick of this candle is right here. But there's a gap. That's the fair value gap. We touched this candle here for June, wicked all the way down to the top of that range. You can see the top of that range, 17.6 right there, right here, the blue top is 17,600, and the bottom is 14,000, roughly make it 14,000. So wick all the way down, but didn't really penetrate much into the fair value gap. So that means that fair value gap is still outstanding and more than likely get filled sometime in the future. So where does that leave us? We have this gap is already filled up here, right? So that, and you can see I just italicized that to remind myself that it's been filled. And down here, this value gap, this fair value gap, it's not filled yet. So it's waiting, but it's really close. So some major bad news or some more high leverage degen companies, using other people's money and going hard on high leverage. This, some news like that, or another major crypto company or platform, or like some macro news could knock price down, and it will gravitate towards this area where the fair value gap is. But currently, where it's at right now, we have strong support from previous buyers at this level, marked by the point of control, this yellowish orange area here. It's been very strong. In order to get down to the next fair value gap, it's got to break that support first. All right. So right now, that's what's happening. Bitcoin today has been trending up, and in the next few videos, we'll explore more day-to-day trends on Bitcoin. But I wanted to give you an outlook about what could potentially happen. So right now, why is Bitcoin moving up? It's at 20,900, almost 21,000. Why is it moving up? Tomorrow we have options expiry happening, and it's $2.25 billion in options expiry, and the max paying is 29K. 29K is where let me find that here. Let me see if I can find it for you. Here we go. I posted this on Twitter because Frangie asked me about it, since I haven't posted this stuff in a while. So here's max paying 29,000. Well, are we going to get to 29,000? Unlikely. But so right now, the battle between the bulls and the bears, because of recent events with liquidation and people and companies becoming insolvent, we're pretty low. Then to get to 29K, it's possible, but very unlikely. So what are the bulls? Right now, the bulls are losing their battle. They're not going to win this battle for sure for this options expiry. But they can move the price up to try to salvage as much of their position as possible. So more than likely between now and depending on which exchange, CME I believe is 4 PM UTC, and for the here we go. Maximize this for you. Deribit, for example, they have 8:30 a.m. UTC. So depending on when that time is in your time zone, price could get volatile. It could get pushed slightly up towards 49, nowhere near 49 for sure, but it could get pushed towards upward momentum, just for the bears to save some of their positions. So that's pretty much where we are. Could price move back up into this area right here? Sure. We have this is to around $29,000-$30,000 here. This is 36 right here. Up here is around 29. So there's a fair value gap here at roughly between 37.6K and 32K roughly. So you can see this candle and this candle. You mark out the bottom of this wick here and the top of this wick for this candle. You have a fair value gap. So sometime in the future, price is going to move back up and fill that gap partially or fully. And there's another one up here between 53.5 47K and 48K. So once it fills this one, and it'll probably move back up to fill this one. I think we are quite a ways from that based on the macro environment. And so, but eventually it'll happen. Price will move back up, fill these gaps back in again. So in the meantime, it's going to face support down here at between 21K and 16K. And it may reach for this fair value gap here, if I can click on it, between 17.6 and 14K. And how low could we go? 12 is reasonable, but 10 is a key support here historically. So this is where buyers gonna defend big time right here, right around 10K. It'll hit 12K first, obviously, if it goes that low, but 10K definitely it's in the could happen if situations get worse. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll go back to doing more daily videos because I miss it, and I'm excited to share my recent learnings and put them into content for you to learn with me. So appreciate your time. Remember to hit the like. Sorry, it's been a while. Go ahead and smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, and also leave comments and your thoughts in the comment section or on my Twitter account. And my Twitter account is right here, @Thomas T Thai. That's T Thomas T as in Thomas Thai THAI with the @ All right, peace. I'll see you in the next video, most likely tomorrow. And then I'll go back and also revisit some of my 8 coins minus Luna, and then do analysis on those too. So see you then. Peace. Oh, I forgot my outro video. Let's see if I can get that in. Oh, there it is. It'll take a bit to get back to normal again. All right, see you guys.